Namaste, guys. Phoenix here. I wanted to come on here and talk to you all about calmness. Spirit had me come on here and talk to you all about this. I was laying in the bed. It's like 2 in the morning. Yeah, I put my lipstick on because I love lipstick. I'm not apologizing for that. I've always liked lipstick, even as a kid. I don't need to explain that to. But anyway, I don't know, I think that's that presentable energy my mom would always talk about. Like, anytime you go somewhere or around people, I don't know, like, be presentable. But anyway, it was talking about calmness. I'm releasing. I took a nap earlier when I got back from the vet. And so I slept for about like 3 hours. And my sleep was peaceful. I didn't have any dreams that I remember. I don't know, I just woke up peacefully. But as I watched this movie on Hulu called 222. And it's about a guy who can recognize patterns. And he works for air traffic control, and he can predict landings, like how close they'll be, what needs to happen in order, like what needs to be shifted in order for this to come through. And so that, I don't know, like I have been seeing 222 a lot, and so that message felt very synchronistic for me. And so when I watched it, it showed him how he reads patterns. He was a single guy, and at 222, 2 planes almost collided because he was getting visions and stuff that was coming in. And it's 222 right now on my timer. He was getting visions and stuff on a young lady that was coming into his reality, coming apart his reality. And it's like time slowed up for him, but it didn't slow up for the outside reality. Things were still moving. Yes, Spirit, I feel you. Thank you for being here. And so the movie was very good. You should watch it. It's called 222. The young lady, the other supporting actor or the other character, she was the lady that played in A Discovery of Witches. And so maybe that's something you all want to watch. But the message that was coming in was about calmness. It was about feeling, allowing yourself to be calm. If awareness isn't maybe a word that may be too high for you to reach, think of it as calmness. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you. They say, yeah, we need to be here with you for this one, okay? If awareness is too much of a higher word for you to understand, consider it as being calm. Consider it as being a state to where you noticed the calmness within you, okay? It's like your safety is what I'm hearing. Like your internal safety. You may not be used to internal safety. And that internal safety may look like the eye of the storm to some people. It may look like, this is too calm and too quiet. What the fuck is gonna happen next? It's like you're expecting something to happen next, right? But Spirit is trying to get you out of that energy, because when you expect something to happen next, you override 444. You override your internal recalibrated self to put you back on the old calibration of, this is the calm, so where is the storm? And that version of you that thrives in the storm feels validated, and it says, I am needed. I need to be here for you to be able to navigate this storm. And so Spirit is trying to put that version of you asleep, to integrate it, right? I saw sleep, and then I heard integrate it. It's trying to allow it to rest, okay? And so how you would know, 555 on my timer, when you are in that state of rest, okay? You can feel it in your body. Your shoulders are able to go down. Your breathing is full reps. Your thoughts are calm. Your heart rate is regulated, okay? I'm even hearing the food, the way that you eat your food will be very mindfulness. You will be able to taste certain flavors, okay, in the food. Not because your taste buds are clear, but because you become aware of each individual seasoning that you have added to your particular food. You become aware of it. And they're saying the list is not exhausted, but I'm just trying to give you some ways that I have noticed that, okay? And I just share with you some ways, okay, and spirit ways. But I noticed a quietness around me. I've noticed a still hum, I don't know, like a crystalline hum. It's very serene type of hum. The awareness that I have of this hum, I noticed it like in the background of the noise of the outside reality, and sometimes what's happening internally in my mind space. I become aware of this hum, and it's like I am no longer focused on the daily 9 to 5 hustle and bustle of the mind, of the echoing of the mind. Or it's like I'm able to differentiate the truth of the I amness, opposed to getting caught in the atmospheric energy. I hope that's making sense. I'm trying to give the words, like explain it, like the atmosphere, what's happening around. And it's like it's starting to be distance from the actual stillness that resides inside of me. Okay, and so today while I was washing dishes, I was picking up on the chatter, and so I heard, what are you paying attention to? And I said, I don't know. And it said, why are you paying attention to it? And then I was like, oh. I became like, something in me caught it, like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And so because I am a psychic empath, I pick up on the signals, the frequencies of the space, 1010 on my timer. And so it can draw my attention to it. But that's only because you draw your attention to the mind chatter. And I don't ever, like, when I say the mind, I don't try not to point to the brain area, because that's not where the mind sits. I don't know if that's the pineal gland. I'm still asking my spirits about where the mind sits, because the mind doesn't sit in the brain. The brain is like a communicator. The brain is what reads the mind. The brain is what reads the information that your nervous system sends to you. Your brain is like the interpreter. But some of us are getting out of that stage to where, or I don't know how to say this, Spirit, to where you are allowing, okay, if you are a feeler, you are allowing your nervous system to discern things for you, okay? But if you are a mind, a brainer, a lot of my downloads recently have been going straight to the mind. I'm sorry, straight to my brain. It hasn't been going to the mind. Like, I've no longer completely, but I notice I've become aware that I'm no longer attaching to the structures, the concepts, the belief systems of the mind. And when spirit communicates to me, they go straight through my brain area, 1212 on my timer. The vagal nervous system, spirit just showed me, is connected to the mind, the heart, and the solar plexus chakra. It's one main nerve that runs down. And so when I'm channeling, doing mediumship, I feel connections in my heart space. And my intuitions, the messages that is coming into my heart space, it goes up to the brain, my brain, and my brain communicates it. I don't know how to say that. That's so weird, spirit. The brain communicates it. The brain. I don't know, like, Jesus, spirit. Like, I guess this is trying to show you how you communicate so that you can release some fear, okay? And so spirit is not communicating to you, because there is no you, right? There is no self. It is communicating through your nervous system, right? The nervous system is the brain, it's your spinal cord, and it's all these different nerves. It looks very alien, right? That is what's being communicated to, right? And so that's what it's all happening internally, right? And so that's where the communication is coming from. And so a lot of times I become aware that I am looking up to my left or up to my right or straight to my right, but I feel it coming in from the left. And this is just to, I guess, separate the analytical me. It's like it's putting a muzzle on the analytical me, the mind me, okay? That's still holding on to a belief that it exists. And so when you are in that calm state, that's where a lot of your communication may come in at, right? And so I was calm when this message started coming in, because I have been asking my ancestors to how to 1444 my timer, like how to in their way. Okay, I've been seeing the videos on how to heal, but it doesn't resonate with me. And so it's just like me coming into my own traditional way with using my ancestors' help, right? The guidance of my ancestors. And so maybe that's something that's happening for you right now, right? And so this was something that came up, right? And it was like the calmness, being calm, being aware of the calm state. And sometimes I can stare into nothingness and allow the information to channel through me. And becoming aware of myself, where I am positioned in a particular space. It's like I can take my awareness out of my body and put it and become the energy that's observing me doing something. And so that's something that's been happening to me. But that was the message Spirit was telling you all about when you are in a calm state, because I feel like a lot of calmness is about to come into your life, okay? And Spirit wants you to be able to recognize this calmness, as true calmness and as true peace, and not have a fear that you need to be doing something, okay? It's like when we feel like we're calm, our unregulated nervous system will still feel like it needs to be going. But Spirit is asking you to take a step back and be okay with your calmness, to accept the stillness. That's what Spirit is asking you at this time, to be okay with this new peace that's coming to you, okay? This is how you will defeat, I don't know why they say defeat this energy of I need to be doing something, or this energy of Captain Save a whole type of energy. This energy comes up when your calmness arises. This energy comes up to block your calmness, to block your stillness. This energy comes up because it is not used to not having something to do. And you embody that energy of, I need to have something to do. No, the fuck you don't. Your existence is not negotiated because of something that you do. Your existence is non-contractual because you need to save someone. You are a healer of the ages. In order to fully embody the healer of the ages, you need to fully embody the healer of the self. And the more you heal yourself, the more you'll understand how to become the healer of the ages. The more you'll understand how to become the healer of your timeline, okay? Because we all are existing on different timelines, okay? My videos will usually catch somebody before they usually elevate, okay? If you notice that you've always been a trendsetter in your life, you will often know that you see things different times. You are a dimension walker, okay? You walk dimension. It's like your future self is in constant communication with you, giving you these newer ideas, these newer visions, these newer dreams, these newer feelings, right? And it's like you are trying to match your outside reality with these newer dreams, newer visions, newer ideas, newer feelings, and it doesn't match. And when you change yourself according to your future self, people often on the outside of you don't understand what the fuck you're doing. And they may mock you for it. And then you go back to being just like everybody else. But Spirit is asking you to stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting your embodiment of this future version of you. The future you that you are manifesting right now. And it's like this future version of you is coming to you, showing you, dropping you keys, dropping you feelings, dropping you sensation, giving you visions, giving you dreams, okay? Giving you inventive ideas, okay? To giving you numbers to put you on a path. And they brought up the patterns, like the movie 222, recognizing the patterns that your future self gave you. It's like your future self already made a video for you, okay? I don't know what movie that is, but it's like your future self already lined up a video for you to see, to put you at that brink, to put you where you need to be. And this could be this video, 2112, right? This video that's helping you to stay eating the Pac-Man pellets, to get you where you need to be, to defeat, because your future self is saying defeat, because your future self is like slaying shit for you. Like, I usually say integration. I try not to use the word defeat, because defeat means that you need to go to war. I'm tired of fucking going to war, so I try not to use the word defeat, because when you say defeat, that what is the opposite of, like, what requires you to defeat something? That means that there is a challenge that you need to overcome in order to defeat it. So I try not to use that word, but that maybe that word is significant for you, okay? And it's like your future self saying, yes, we defeated those energies, okay? And this is how we defeated it, okay? This is how we won, okay, this war. And so fairy tales could be very significant for you, okay? Show it to me again, Spirit. Okay. And so I feel like your inner child is asking you, when you're in that calm state, to follow the momentum of the calmness. It's like whatever state that brings you peace, bring you love, bring you joy, bring you happiness, right? Keep following that momentum. Do the next thing that brings you that momentum. Do the next thing that brings you that momentum. No matter how weird it is, no matter how strange it is to someone else, that's how you fully embody your future self. That's how you fully embody that. Do the next thing. Do the next thing, regardless of someone saying, what you doing that for? Why? It doesn't matter. Like, why do you care? Mind your business. Like, we are on different timelines. 2, 3, 4, 5 on my timer. That's why I don't judge people about the things that they do. I used to be the one that a long time ago that would say, like, oh, you do this for this. Like, if that's your bliss, that's your bliss, right? I don't have no quarrels for it, okay? I'm gonna tap into the shaman's dream, but they guided me to the astrology oracle, okay? Like, the moon cycle could be very significant for you, but not just ordinary significant. Like, everybody works with the moon, but the moon could really speak to you, okay? Because you understand that the moon is your emotional state. So this feels like you understand this. Each phase of the moon, it's like your emotional state exists with that timeline of the moon timeline. So pay attention to the moon's timeline. It's like you're on that rhythm, and like maybe follow that rhythm. If the moon is doing something weird, I don't know how to say that, do something opposite of that, because the moon can bring up heavy emotions, right? So allow the heavy emotions to surface, right? But don't stay in that state. Is what I'm hearing, especially during the waning, because this is the waning moon. It's all about releasing, so you can, when the new moon comes, you can come into this newness, right? And they just brought my attention to me picking up on this newness. The new moon hasn't even got here yet. I think it's on the 17th, right? 25:55 on my timer. And so it's like you being on the rhythm of this moon cycle, okay? What else good? That's good. They're asking you to stay out of drama, okay? That's another thing. Like, my crown chakra is like tingling. Like, they're asking you to stay out of drama. If you see drama happening around you, go the opposite way, because I don't want to say unhealed. I keep saying what I don't want to say because I'm trying to say this so that you can see the duality of it. Because if I say drama, it's like it has this one connotation to it. But if I say the act, right? And or the scene, or something that can be seen as dual, this and that. And so I'm getting used to that. Spirit is like getting me used to that when they say words, and then I just be like, wait a minute, you told me not to say that. And they're like, like you're catching on to it because you understand the power of your words, right? And so it's like you are a walking manifester, right? You're learning how to use words. I was going to say yearning. And it's like you're yearning for this change. And it's like your future self is trying to guide you to that. And it's like you have to, like, I don't want to say, dang, see? I was going to say fix your vocabulary. That's what came up, right? But I'm trying to say adjust your vocabulary. I don't know. Shoot. This feels like it's going to be a lot of energy. I'm just going to let it fly and just pick it apart. I've been noticing that about my dreams. It'd be a lot of different scenes. And Spirit is asking you to take it one by one, one by one. Don't take it all and try to make it all fit, because they all don't fit. It's separate. It's separate.